Welcome back to this DC Universe Online Let's Play. You're with Sambo, and joining us, as always, is Jordan, our level 8, staff-wielding, light-bearing superhero with her green shiny ring. Welcome to this episode, and of course, if you joined us in the last one, you'll know that we'd reached a little point here where we'd got onto the hive, and we were trying to make our way through defeating the royal drones, and we ran out of time pretty much. And what I've done is I've actually given up on that one just temporarily because I've noticed, of course, that is level 8. You can see that in our log. Level 8, be aggressive. What we really need to do is knock out these level 6 quests first. So that's what I've decided exactly is the thing that we're going to do tonight. And you can see here I've chosen Demons on the Loose. And you may remember this from some of our other Let's Plays with Blaze Purple, Seraphis, and indeed Divinity. You can see here we have Demons on the Loose in Chinatown. Trigon has captured Raven, and we need to speak with Zatanna in the police station. That's exactly where we are in the police station. Of course, before we go there, just want to quickly go and sell off all of our junk, make sure that we're repaired up as well, because we don't want to head out unprepared, which would be normal for me.
Do you require mystical equipment to use in battle?
No, we don't, thank you very much. But what I do want to do, sir, is sell off a whole bunch of stuff. So here we go. Now, I've already been through these and made sure that we've collected the styles, so that's going to be okay. And boy, is this going slow. Look at this. There we go. Let's try that again. Exterminator staff. Gone, gone, gone. Gone, 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 gone. All of that is gone. It's all stuff that we don't want right now. And we could definitely do with the cash. You see that we've only got 903, well, what do we got now? 917 cash, which isn't a whole bunch, so we want to sell off as much as we can. Oh, before we go any further, do we have enough sodas? And yes, we do. You can see there that we've actually got 9 of them, so that's quite okay. Oh, bit of a lag. All right, so the first thing we need to do is go speak with good old Zatanna. Hello, been a while since we've seen you.
Showtime! The demon Trigon is rising right here in Metropolis. I'll get there when I can. Until then, think you can handle it?
Why, thank you for that.
I call upon you as one who has been proven in battle. Dr. Fate's war against Trigon has broken. Now Trigon's demons rampage throughout the Tomorrow District. The Science Police's powers are not enough. Defend against this evil, and hurry.
That is exactly what we shall do, Wonder Woman. And you can see there we get a nice little reward, which we will want, by the way, for a couple of reasons. One, it's demonic, and that's a style that we don't have collected. And the other, you can see there, the only negative stat on there is a little bit of precision. 3 precision down from the current stats, but an extra 15 defense, 4 health, and 14 might. So absolutely we'll take those new shoes. Thank you. Alright, so what do we... Oh, what's this? We've got ourselves a quest question mark over here. Ah, good old Hawkman with his informative ways. Let's have a chat with him.
For Hawkman in the Justice League, greetings. You now have access to the Watchtower's Legend Simulator, so you can hone your skills against our most challenging heroes and villains. Further glory and exobyte data chips can be earned by battling in our arena. Equip them in your inventory and select them to begin your Legend match.
Thank you very much for that, Hawkman. And of course, if you've seen a lot of our episodes in the past, you'll know exactly what the legendary matches are. And of course, we're going to hope that we're going to be able to see a lot more of them coming up now that we've got, well, a couple of things have happened to DCU. As you know, we've had the mega server, single servers for each type of gameplay for the EU and the EUS as well. So we've got a whole conglomeration of players there by default. And then, of course, now, most recently, we've had the announcement that SOE are taking the game to a freemium free-to-play model. So a lot of people are asking in the comments there, hey Samba, do you think that's a good thing? Is it a bad thing? What do you think's going to happen? Well, I've got a very specific thought about what's going to happen with the free-to-play model. And do you know what? At the end of the day, I think what's going to happen is that it's going to cycle a whole bunch of players through the game. Now, whether they stick or not, hey, that's anybody's guess. But of course, there's no reason not to, because it's not costing you any money. So if people do stick, it'll be because they actually enjoy the game. Now, all those people coming in and out, and let's face it again, there are going to be a lot of people coming in just to go out again, but that's okay, because what that does, it creates player activity, creates motion and commotion on the server, and it gives the world a really alive feel. And that's exactly what's missing. You know that if you've been watching my Let's Play series, you'll know that the only thing wrong, if you like, in inverted quotes, with the game at the moment is that it doesn't feel lively enough. It doesn't feel populated in terms of other players. So I think that the free-to-play model will certainly put paid to that. It's going to feel lively all once again. You're going to see all sorts of people dropping in and out at all sort of times throughout the day. And basically the server is going to be nice and busy. That is something that I've been wanting for a very long time, and at the end of the day I actually applaud SOE for doing this, because that's exactly what will happen, in my opinion anyway. So I, for one, just to answer your questions, are very much looking forward to it. Alright, but in the meantime, we've got work for Wonder Woman and Zatanna, and of course it's the beginnings of the Trigon series of quests, and they're lots of fun. And you can see there we've got an arrow on our mini-map. We don't quite have super speed yet. Now I always get mixed up and think that it's level 10 that we can get our iconic super speed power, but somebody corrected me in the channel the other day and said, hey Sambo, actually did you realize it's level 9 that you actually get that ability at? And I'm like, oh whoops, yeah, you know what, you're absolutely right. In fact, you're dead right, that's what you are. So my apologies. That's very exciting though folks, because you can see we're already over halfway through level 8, which means we're less than halfway to level 9, which means we're eking ever so much closer to being able to get our super speed ability, and you all know how much I love that. Scooting around the world like this is still fun because we're still flying, but it's not as fast as we could, and it's not as fast as we're used to being the main thing. So very soon folks, very soon. Now speaking of our commenters, I've got a couple of shout outs to do here, and by the way, once again, if you would like a shout out in the game, you don't have to have a reason. If you have got a reason, that's great. If you do something nice for me or you make a great comment, then hey, I'll give you a shout out all the same. But if you'd like one, just ask in the comments. And on that note, we've got one here for a viewer of ours called Cyrix Black. Hello Cyrix Black, and he posted a message on our, I think it was our DCUO episode that was talking about the free-to-play model, I think. And no, actually I don't think it was. Actually, my bad, it was something else, because he says here, hey dude, check out IGN, because DCUO is going free to play in October, and can I get a shout out for being the first to tell ya? Well, actually, no, you can't get a shout out for being the first to tell me, because we'd already posted our video announcing it. So sorry about that, but you know what? You get a shout out all the same just for your efforts. There you go, Cyrix Black, A for effort for you. Now we've got a couple more here as well. We've got one here from Grim Soul Taker. Big hello to you, Grim Soul Taker. Now listen, you, I have a bone to pick with you. You being all nice to Reggie and everything. Look out, I tell you, she is a witch. Now here we go, here is your shout out. Hello Grim Soul Taker, because he promised me if I gave him a shout out, he wouldn't go and tell on me to Reggie. So there you go, you're not allowed to go tell tales to Reggie. You have to tell her that I'm the loveliest guy you know, and that she should be nice to me. So once again, thank you Grim Soul Taker for your support as well. We do love seeing your comments always in the commentary box. Another one here from Halo Games 11. Can I please have a shout out in the next video? Well, you know what? You can. It's as simple as that, folks. If you want one, just ask. And Halo Games 11, that's yours. Nice to see you, and thank you very much for your support, by the way. Very much appreciated. And finally here, another one. Gosh, we've got a lot tonight, haven't we? 4 in total. This one is for the Horned One. Yes, that's right, the Horned One, who writes, great episode as always, Sambo. By the way, recheck that in-game email because somebody attached a goodie to their last message and you left it behind. Whoops, that is a shocker. You know what, I do that so often. I must be so absent-minded, it's terrible. So I'm going to have to go check my mail. I think it's on another character, it's not on this one. It must be on Divinity. Now, if it wasn't for you, the Horned One, I would have completely forgotten about it, which would have been terrible. So he's saying here, and I'll take a shout out on the next Divinity episode if you would please. I'm sorry, we couldn't do it on the Divinity one just because of the way my calendar's working at the moment, but I hope you don't mind. You get one on our nice, shiny, new Green Lantern character instead. So the Horned One, always good to see comments from you as well. And of course, I do read everybody's comments. This is the other thing I wanted to just remind everybody. I know that I'm not as busy as some of the YouTubers out there, so I can afford, if you like, to make the time to make sure I actually read every single one of the comments that comes onto every single one of my episodes. And even if I don't reply, which by the way I also try to do, I try to reply to every single one of your comments, even if I don't, please folks, please know that I absolutely read them. If you take the time to write them, the least I can do is read them, and if I can, I will reply. So there you go, the Horned One. We do like reading stuff from you as well. Big shout out and hello to you, and thank you as well for your support of my channel. Alright, so here we go, slowly wafting across the skies of Metropolis, and oh my lord, it is slow, isn't it? Come on, level 9, we can't wait to get to you so that we can get our iconic super speed, as I call it. Alright, so here we go.
Trigon's evil energy is manifesting in dark orbs. Bring them to the Circle of Purification cast by the Science Police, so they can be neutralized.
Alright, you heard the lady. Now first things first though, we've got collections to collect. And that literally is a collection. Now, what do we have to do? We've got to bring Trigonic Orbs to the Circle of Purification, and we have to defeat Trigon-Corrupted Souls, and of course that would be this guy here. Now, this is interesting. I'm nearly dead. This could be a good start to the episode. I wasn't watching. Oh my lord, look at that. We are absolutely nearly dead. Wowzers. Okay, we're going to have to be a little bit more careful. Now, that's interesting because they were the same level mobs as us, yet they were tearing through us. Maybe... Okay, let's just try again.
I shall find another shell.
Alright, so that one went a little bit better. Maybe it's because I was gas bagging. Right, so here we go. Now, you know how this mechanic works. Surely I don't have to explain it, folks. When you pick something up that needs to be dropped off to a point, it will actually show you with a great big arrow exactly where you need to go. Now, who on earth was that? Oh, it was 2 of them. Wow. These guys are particularly nasty, I must say. And of course we're using our claws. Absolutely love these hard light constructs. And you might remember that we got a new one, by the way. We got the big jet flyby in one of our more recent episodes. And boy oh boy, I can't wait to use that again. Now that is a superpower build-up device. So in other words, oh by the way, these things are on a timer. If we don't get to them soon enough, they will disappear. You can see these ones are about to... Oh, and they did disappear. Whoops. So we've got to be a little bit careful. Yeah, it's on the superpower ability. You can see it on number 4 there. And we do have to wait for that to build up before we can actually invoke the big jets. But boy, when they come out... Oh, well, it's actually a single one as it happens. But it feels like it's a whole bunch of them. It is... Oh, got knocked into another mob then. That's not very nice. Let's pick up one of these while we're here. No, we can't. And we're going to use this Marshall Flowers focused spin. And there it is, the Marshall Flowers. I absolutely love that move. I know I keep going on about it, but it's so smooth. It's so well done. Loving these new animations.
Chronicle. This once weak healing scroll has been infused with the power of lust by one of Trigon's sons.
Why, thank you very much for that very ominous sounding message. Wham bam, thank you ma'am, with the claws. Absolutely adore those.
You cannot stop destiny.
And Soul Scream there, and another one. Although now we seem to be creaming through them with absolutely no problems, which is great. Alright, although we do need a little bit of health there. Whoops. Let ourselves get down just a little bit low. Oh, look at that one. It actually disappeared after we picked it up. That's not fair, is it? Good look. What the heck? We got jibbed there, I reckon. And our good old Marshall Flowers again. Comboing that with the focus spin, by the way, which seems to go really well together because the focus spin AoE at the end of it seems to pop at the end of my Marshall Flowers, or indeed at the end of the lunge there that we do. And you know what, that works out quite well because it'll pop, you know, it'll sort of pull us in towards the mob, and then that focus spin AoE will happen, or the big knockback, and it just I don't know, it just seems to work well. One flows well into the other. Alright, more Soul Shadows and Soul Screams to take down. You can see we are up to, well, it's going to be 19 of 20 already. Look at that. Gosh, that went fast. And we got ourselves a nice green item there as well. We'll check out what that is in just a second. Let's just finish off this quest. There we go, look at that. All done, nice and easy peasy. those claws really are great finishes, aren't they? They just completely tear through any of the mobs. Right, I'm actually going to run away from this one because there's a whole bunch of them that seem to have aggroed onto us, and yeah, I don't want them. Don't want to die. Want to see if we can actually get through an episode without dying. Look at this, it's not looking good already, is it? Ah! They're absolutely everywhere and I'm grounded. Let's see if we can just fly straight up pretty much. Get out of range of these guys. You can see they're still streaming health off me. Look at that, will you? Wow! They are one set of aggressive son of a guns. I'll tell you that much. Let's just hold fire up here and regain our composure for a moment, shall we? In other words, let our health regen. Alright, there we go. That's a little bit more sensible than my normal style, which is just barge on in. And you all know what happens then. Oh, and there's more. Oh, gosh, these guys are everywhere, aren't they? Alright, let's get the heck out of here. Drop this. Look how much health is streaming off there. Where did they go? Can't even see them. I'm being attacked by invisible mobs. Ah.
Do you know who you're dealing with?
Alright, we need 2 more of these orbs. There we are, 1 more to go, and this one's got a nice healthy timer on it, because of course I've just realised that that timer, even though you can't see it when you're carrying it, obviously keeps counting down when you're running, so you've got to be a little bit wary of that. Alright, let's get out of here. Look at that beautiful sun, nice sun flare there, solar flare, and of course the halo around it, beautiful. Right, let's check out our journal.
Metropolis formed the Science Police as their own superpowered force, but even their magical officers can't do with Trigon. Let's hope you can.
Well, yes, let's hope we can as well. Okay, these devilish talons here, which of course are what we went through before at the start of the episode, we absolutely want to equip them.
Trigon is using his daughter, the Titan Raven, to spread his foul energy. Then he will destroy her. Both she and the city are doomed unless we stop Trigon now. Find his demons on the rooftops and destroy their dark conversion vortices.
Alright, look at that. Look at that. That's unbelievable. The quest tracker has exploded with tasks here. Report to the alert recruiter in the Little Bohemia police station. Report to Watchtower's meta wing. And we've also got a skill point to open up there. And then we've got our actual quest itself, which is updated. So we'll just quickly check that first. The conversion vortices here. And you can see that it's in the Tomorrow district and it's level 8. And we have to stop the Trigonic demons from casting soul-corrupting conversion vortices on the rooftops. And we can get ourselves another nice pair of gauntlets there, which is great. But first things first, folks, let's go in to the inventory and we'll equip these new talons here because they are absolutely a big improvement on what we've got already. Got a couple of rings here. This one here has, what has it got? 11 health, 12 might, whereas we've got 20 health, or we've got 12 health and 8 might. Yeah, bit of a muchness, I might. I don't know, I think out of these two, 11 health, 12 might, yeah, I think we'll equip the new one there. Just got the slight advantage. This is the new green that we picked up, and that's the collectible there, so we'll absolutely collect that. And that ring is the actual green item that dropped off a mob that we picked up as well. Now, of course, the exciting news is we go to K, we go to skill, and look what is there under the skill tree. That big word starting with F, and it's flight. And you know what that means, folks. Look at that. It's got supersonic. By holding basically your auto run key, we now have an ability which allows us to rocket us forward at sonic speeds. Let me think about that. No, I'm not going to, because we've already got it. Woo! Alright, that makes me happy. Can you tell, folks? Can you tell that makes me happy? And before we test it out, we've got a quest down here. So let's just quickly hop down here and pick this up, because no doubt it's to do with something around this area.
I work for Madame Xanadu's magic shop in Metropolis. We try to keep demon horns in stock for white magic rituals, but they've been pretty hard to come by. Think you can grab me some?
Oh, and of course it would have been something that would have been nice to know yesterday, to quote the wedding singer, because of course they're from the mobs that we were just beating up. Well, hang on, I could be wrong, but we'll double check. Let's try this. Soul Shadow. Maybe not. Maybe they need to be actually Soul Reavers. soon find out. Yeah, alright, so maybe I shouldn't be getting my knickers in a twist because it looks like it is actually something different. But you know, as soon as they stop beating up on us, maybe we're going to die in midair. You know what I want to try. Are you ready, folks? Jordan, for the first time. Here we go. Atomic batteries to power, turbines to speed, and yeah! Woo! Here we go. Look at that supersonic speed down the streets of Metropolis City. I'm just slightly excited. I hope you are too, because this means now we can scoot around the world with a supersonic speed, and I am a happy chappy. Oh boy, am I a happy chappy. Woo! That is great. That didn't take that long to get at the end of the day, did it? Went very, very fast. All right, Dr. Canton, hello, how are you? What have you got for us?
Can you help me test out my theory? I've got a pheromone concoction here, and I was hoping to test it on Trigon Succubi. You'll have to knock them out for it to work, though. Can you do it?
Oh, I think we might be able to be convinced to do that for you. Let's have a look at all of these. We've got 7s, both the Bye-Bye Succubi and By the Horn, which are the two we just picked up off the street. They are level 7, and the conversion vortices are level 8. You know what I might do? I might actually do these level 7 ones because I don't want to get away on ourselves. I know I say that in every character, but we really don't in this case. And they're going to be nice and handy nearby, I'm sure. So let's do them. And I do remember this quest because it's out the front of the Science Police headquarters.
Blood Priest Chronicle. Once merely an artifact, this staff now crawls with insects, feeding on its putrescent testament to Trigon's might.
Alright, there we go. Test the concoction. So of course, what that means is we have to beat them down to a certain level, and then once they get the U symbol above their heads, we can hit E, and that allows us to test that concoction. And we also needed that particular one there because that was for another quest. So very handy. We're getting multiple birds with one stone here. Oh, somebody froze them up. There we go. I was going to say I actually don't want them frozen because I want to beat them up, to be honest. Bring out our catty claws. There we go. And that's what we're after. We're after that U symbol there. Now, I do notice that we picked ourselves up a green there. What was it? Looks like it was... Oh, it was some pistols by the looks of things. Of course, that would have been great for Definity. Not so good for us. Right, let's pull off this Marshall Flowers. There it is. Isn't it glorious? It's such a great animation. Bring out the claws. Look at them go, will you? That is seriously just the best ever. The whole concept of this hard light construct stuff is just brilliant. I must admit, I'm one of the first people to admit that I never saw this coming. I didn't actually, I mean, obviously we knew about the announcement, but before then I never thought that they'd actually bring specific Green Lantern content like this, well, especially as a playable skill set. I mean, that was a real surprise, and you know what, I'm just so glad they did because I love it.
Great work.
And I love these claws. Oh, it's going to take me a lot to stop using them. I'll probably overdo it. Oh look, he's actually picked up the summoned succubus that had been encased in a block of ice, and of course you can do that in DCU. Oh, you can actually like encase someone in ice or anything similar and actually use them as a weapon against their own kind. So basically by picking up their frozen block, you are able to hurl it like you can any other object in the game and use that to inflict damage. So it's a bit ironic, bit of a laugh. Right, another succubi. That's 7 out of 10 of the concoctions tested. Whoa! I love that ram. That's another one. And you can see what else we've got here, right, folks? That is... Whoa! That is, we have the super ability up. And of course, that means that it's the flyby. So we're absolutely going to use that if we... Well, especially if we get ourselves into trouble. One and two, and after this one we only need the one more. There it is, already half beaten up. We'll take you, thank you very much, and that should be our first quest done. Look at that, good. Oh, super speed! Seriously, just loving it. Right, now, do we need to beat these up for a quest? I honestly can't remember. Soon find out. No, they actually spawn volatile succubus. Whoops. It's interesting, didn't realise they did that. Alright, let's help out our mates here and the citizen just before we access our journal.
Keep still.
Alright, out of harm's way, up the top of this building, and let's have a look at the old journal here. And what do we got? Bye-bye Succubi, and we get ourselves some cash, some soda cola, and hopefully some XP, 241 XP. You see, we're almost already 1 bar into level 9, which means we're on our way to level 10 already. Okay, so here we go, by the horn. This is the other one that should be close by, and you can see there, this cloak is fantastic. It's not only a style that we don't already have, but you can see it's an extra 16 defense, an extra 8 health, extra 8 power, and an extra 2 might as well. So there's absolutely no reason why we can't equip that one straight away. Now, where are we headed? Let's have a look on the map. Now, of course, we can super speed and look. Use the map and keep going, which is just fantastic. Oh, happy days. Well done, Jordan. Can you believe, folks, that she is already level 9? I mean, it only seems like yesterday that we started her up with the new download content, and yet here we are already almost on the doorstep, if you like, of level 10. Unbelievable. Alright, Soul Reaver horns. Oh, so this is where the Soul Reavers are. And yes, you can see their horns on their head there. That is absolutely what we want. And there we go, 2 of them, in fact. And we're also collecting Corrupted Soul Plasma and defeating Trigon-Corrupted Souls and dispelling conversion vortices on the rooftops is what we need to do. So it looks to me like all of that stuff is around here, so that's going to be nice and handy.
You cannot stop destiny.
Now, I'm pretty sure these ones here won't count, that they have to be the ones up on the roof. And it's gun time! Oh yeah! Look down the barrel of those babies. Okay, that sounded a little bit rude, but I was talking about the guns, of course. Talking about the guns, folks. Keep your mind out of the gutter, especially you, Christina Brackens. Yes, that's right, we've got our eye on you. Who, by the way, is threatening to come and play with us. Oh my lord. When it goes free to play, I'm going to have to watch out. And in fact, Christina Brackens, you know what? There's an open invitation to you to come and join me on an episode. That's right. Because we want to have words with you. That's right, because you're so nasty. And now you've sided with Reggie. You're like Grim Soul Taker. What's going on? What's all this Reggie love? Where's the love for Sambo? Anyway, once we go free to play, there are a lot of you that I'd love to have on the show to say g'day. And Christina, you are absolutely one of them. Very much appreciate the ribbing that you give me, and of course, ultimately, your support for my channel. Thank you very much. Alright, here we go. What are we after? We're after Corrupted Soul Plasma. So we're nearly there, 7 out of 10. And we're also after a feat here of defeating Trigon-Corrupted Souls. And we will probably not get onto the dispelling of the conversion vortices in this episode. Hopefully we'll collect all the Soul Reaver horns that we need as well. Now that's something I haven't seen actually for a couple of mobs, are the Soul Reavers. So maybe if we get ourselves back into the zone, we'll just scoot over here perhaps. See if we can find some more. Ah, there we go. That looks like one off in the distance. Yes, it is. Now don't worry folks, we won't end this episode without using our strafing run with our jet. So let's go and aggro ourselves maybe a whole bunch of mobs and then just give them a little bit of a surprise perhaps. Because I bet you that they're not going to be thinking that I'm going to pull a jet out of my backpack. No, that's right. It's not something that happens every day. Now, what I want to know is, why are these guys so fascinated with going for a swim? What's so good about being over here? Why can't we fight over the road? Good lord. Right, let's try that again. Alright, so we need 3 more horns. Soul Reaver, hello. Alright, I think it's going to be time for a jet, folks. We don't need one, but hey, who says you need one? When they look this cool, we're just going to call one. So let's actually hop over here as well. Hello. And we'll aggro a couple of more. Oh, come on, move, move, move. I'm stuck. That's not the time to be stuck on scenery. And are you ready, folks? 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa, there it went. Did you see it? Did you catch it? It just scoots across so fast. Unbelievably brilliant. I love it. Alright, it's claw time. And it's claw time again. And now it's gun time. Stare down my barrels. My barrels of doom. There we go. We only need one more set of Soul Reaver horns to finish up this episode, and we have done ourselves well. Alright, Soul Reaver. Where are you? I think that's one there. Yeah, there we are. And you can see we've got that weird sound issue again. We're not hearing the actual impacts of the staff, and that's because there's lots of other sound effects going on. There's definitely something a little bit buggy about that. Anyway, there we go. Open our journal to access the results of this quest, and we're done. Let's scoot to the top of the highest mountain. Well, in this case it's a skyscraper, but hey, close enough. How's that for precision flying, eh? Hey, that's pretty good. Alright, opening up our journal, and here we go. John Bellaris is hoping to get some demon horns so he can keep Madame Xanadu's magic shop supplied, and we get ourselves a brimstone short cape. Thank you very much. We'll take that, and the 241 XP as well. If we go back to our inventory, let's make sure we haven't picked up anything else along the way. No, we haven't. Here's the cloak. It's cool. It's awesome. It's a new style. It's a whole bunch of new stats, and it is now ours. So there you go, folks. That's it for this episode. Certainly hope you enjoyed that one where we got our new blazing supersonic speed, which has absolutely made my day, I tell you. And there we go, we're basically 1/3 of the way through to level 10 already. Gosh, time is flying on this character because it's so much fun. So folks, certainly hope you'll join me in the next episode. On behalf of myself, Sambo, and of course the now level 9 Jordan, it's us saying take care. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. We'll see you next time, and bye bye.